What's good, my PacRats? PMC here, and it's Wii U time. Guys, welcome to 6 Essentials. This is a series that helps you guys get games for your respective consoles that should be essential for your experience. Now, these are not the best games. They are not your favorite or my favorite games, but these are 6 essential games that really round out the library and help you experience the most out of the console. This week is the Wii U. The Wii U came out in 2012, and Nintendo had its first failed console in a long time. The reason is this gamepad, Nintendo doubled down on how awesome this was supposed to be without properly promoting the fact that the Wii U was an entirely new console from its predecessor, the Wii. And due to that lack of promotion, it then bled into low sales, which pushed third-party support out of the console entirely, which left Nintendo there to grab the reins and develop some amazing first-party titles. Now, because of the lack of support, many people missed some amazing games that helped support from this Wii U gamepad, and we were able to pull 6 titles out of that library that I am considering the most essential games. These are not my favorite, they are not the best, but they are games you should have for the console for you to experience the Wii U in all its glory. Wii U gamepad had some amazing functionality, so let's get into it. Guys, up first on the 6 Essentials list is Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. Nintendo literally built this from the ground up to have Wii U gamepad support. The original game of Arkham City is one of the best in the Arkham series, where Batman has an open world, can solve riddles, beat up bad guys with an awesome combat system, but really what makes this game fun is how they incorporate the Wii U gamepad into the gameplay. Not only does this give you Wayne tech on the gamepad, where you have access to character bios, you have access to upgrade your weapons, as well as your detective modes that help you get through the game. It makes Batman Arkham City even that much better with the Armored Edition on the Wii U gamepad. One thing I noticed is they worked really hard on the sound development as well, as it sounds like Alfred is in your ear when you have the gamepad right next to you.
No way you're good enough to join Two-Face.
And this has really made this an essential for me to have a full experience on the Wii U. I would say if you have a definitive edition of Batman Arkham City, it is the Armored Edition on the Wii U. You guys will not be disappointed on picking this guy up. This is your first essential. Next up, guys, is Lego City Undercover. Now, this game probably would go under the radar for most people, but the Nintendo Wii is the definitive version of this game. Not only is this a great game when it comes to story, when it comes to writing, the game itself is absolutely hilarious and is a really fun playthrough, but it has all the formulas of an original Lego game. If you loved Pirates of the Caribbean, if you loved Harry Potter, you will also love this game, but the original story is just the beginning. The Wii U gamepad allows you to utilize specific functions only to Nintendo, making this the definitive version. You can use binoculars, you can use this as a radar device, your team communicates with you through the gamepad as well, and I just found this to be a really good use of the gamepad, on top of it being an amazing game already. So if you guys need something that you're going to enjoy not only with your family, but a really good platformer, I highly recommend Lego City Undercover. Undercover. You guys will not be disappointed, and the gamepad play is awesome on this one. Next up is our first party game, and that is Rabbids Land, another launch title for the console. Now, Rabbids Land is really cool because as a party game, you are able to take your Rabbids, choose what color you want. It integrates the gamepad phenomenally. This is one where you get to blow into the microphone. You're able to use the touchpad and the stylus combinations together. Some of the level designs as well as the mini games are absolutely fabulous. I would actually say that this would rival some of the Mario Party games on Wii U, and to this day, this is still fun. We put it in just recently. My daughter had a blast, and I was very surprised about all of the gamepad functionality that Rabbids Land offers to you. So add this one to the collection. You will absolutely love all of the fun antics of these stupid Rabbids and how that gamepad is utilized. We gotta throw a first-person shooter on the list, and the way that Zombie U is used on the Wii U is incredible. Now, they took this game and they moved it over to other consoles, but it lost all of its cool gamepad functionality. Not only are you fighting off zombies, but with the gamepad, it gives you awesome options for you to be able to use in-game. You open up your backpack from this menu, sort through your inventory, you're able to turn on and off your flashlight, as well as give yourself a really good map that lets you navigate certain things as well. But the way that they utilize this in Zombie U is the coolest in the multiplayer modes when you're playing with friends. It allows you to play a game where one person is defending while the other person is placing zombies on the map, almost like tower defense style, and you lose that in the other versions of the game. So the definitive version is Zombie U on the Wii U, and this again took amazing advantage of that Wii U gamepad and makes the Wii U something that I would start to look at even in 2023. Next up, guys, is another launch title, Nintendo Land, which was basically Nintendo's demo for the Wii U. This game, though, is more than that. I would actually say that this rivals almost most of the game library, even on the mini games that you get to play or kind of the short game modes that are available. You drop into this universe as a Mii and you have lots of options for Nintendo brands and franchises, callbacks. As you go play these though, each one individually uses the gamepad in various ways. You've got a F-Zero style where the gamepad gets turned sideways and you're able to turn that with the gyro. You also have the ability to use the gamepad as aiming mechanisms for the Metroid series, as well as running the character around, and many more options on Nintendo Land. But this game, I think a lot of people surpassed it because it was bundled in the console, maybe played a couple and moved on, but every single one of these games is completely worth it for the gamepad functionality and what Wii U was able to offer with Nintendo Land. So if this isn't in the library or you did not buy a bundled console that came with it, you have to go look for this one because it needs to be in the library as an essential title. Last on the list, guys, is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. And the reason this one is on the list as an essential title is because one of the few games on the Wii U that exclusively uses the gamepad only. So your job is to pull the stylus out of that gamepad and you traverse Kirby through the levels via a paintbrush. Now it creates rainbow lines that dictate where Kirby should go. The touchpad, you also press down on it to give Kirby his superpowers and bash through techniques. But literally having a full-on gamepad experience makes this fully essential because there's many games that the gamepad is just used as a controller, and this is the first one that you have to exclusively look at the gamepad for the entire gameplay playthrough. And it's a fun story and probably the most beautiful graphics that I have seen on the console. This claymation style is incredible, and the game itself is lots of fun via the gamepad. So that essential, if that's not in the list, maybe should be one of the first ones you grab so you can really experience it. So guys, that is the 6 essentials list, and I don't normally do this, but I felt like the Wii U had so many awesome titles for the console that also showcased the Wii U gamepad very well and the functionality of the Wii U. I had to throw these out real quick. Star Fox Zero / Star Fox Guard is a wonderful experience on the gamepad. You are jumping jumped into Fox's cockpit so you can get a little bit more detailed shooting, as well as Star Fox Guard, where your job is to switch between cameras and defend their mining stations. This game is awesome. Next up is Wii U Sports Club. This one is just fun to use the gamepad in some little off ways, such as a golf ball on the ground or throwing your baseball to the catcher, but this is another one that kind of uses the gamepad in unique ways. Need for Speed Most Wanted You. This game is awesome. Not only graphics, it looks gorgeous, but the gamepad gives you options to be able to select day or night, change your cars, be able to evade the police officers by adding distractions. So the gamepad gives you some cool options on this too. Tank Tank Tank. This game is also rad as you are able to use the gamepad as the monster. When 3 other characters are coming at you in tanks, you get to run around exclusively off screen on the gamepad and choose to destroy whatever you want and defend yourself. Not to mention you get to take a picture of yourself and put your face on the monster, which is pretty cool. And then we've got Toad Treasure Tracker. The Wii U gamepad has an awesome gyro on it. You can actually stand there and move around the level in a 360 experience where you get towed through these crazy puzzles. So I highly recommend some of these games too, but the original 6 essentials absolutely needs to be in your library. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Nintendo Land, Zombie U. Make sure you have Lego City Undercover in that library. Batman, the Armored Edition for Arkham City is really worth it. And Rabbids Land, I'm saying it now, better than Mario Party on the Wii U. Guys, get these games in your library. So guys, that is it on this 6 essentials. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like my silly content, you like what I got going on, hit that subscribe button for me. Share this video with anybody else that loves the Wii U. I really appreciate it. And come back because the next essentials is moving to platforms. We are going to do the PlayStation 1. So come back and see me for the next essential video.